Vancouver is in the top 3 in 4 categories, and yet it took till January the 30th to finally win a game against the Philadelphia Flyers. Dominic Roussel would like nothing better than to beat the Montreal Canadiens, having grown up there. We should be in for an interesting match. Flyers lost against them at the Forum, 5-4 in overtime, and they would like to make amends for that, Gene.
Yes, he says he picks on this one that is a particularly sweet win if he can come up big. McGill back along with Galley, and up front, Renberg, Brind'Amour, and Lindros, the line that was so big. And oh, there's a play in the zone, and Renberg missed the shot as there was a 1-2-3. Brind'Amour picked up the puck after the Lindros check, and then it was passed to Renberg, who couldn't quite make the shot. Up on the right side, McGill looks in slot, and a shot wide by Lindros. Philadelphia picks it up. Out there is Keane, along with Kirk Muller and Benoit Brunet. Puck stolen, and down that left side, that's Mike Keane, who'll be on Lindros all afternoon, but Lindros wins to Galley. Shot blocked in front. And this is a very secure club in front of Patrick Waugh.
They are, but I like the start that the Flyers had. You know, right off the bat, you start with the Lindros line, and he gives you such a jump start.
Damphousse through, drop pass from Bellows. Shot toward the net, look out, turnaround shot, right on. Boy, that was marvelously executed by Jean Leclerc. Then the Flyers hack the puck around, look out, stuffer shot in front, winding up a blast, they walk at it again. And the Flyers have a little bit of trouble and get that out of the way. The last shot taken by Desjardins. Now in the slot, and Fennick right on, but in the crease, and we're going to have a penalty, I believe, against Deneen for interference on the goalkeeper.
Well, one thing about Kerry Frazier, I talked to him before the game, he said that the restraining fouls in the crease, the high sticking, hitting for behind, are going to be called, and there Deneen was definitely in the crease, setting up the screen. And so he starts on a parade that could be a long trip for a lot of guys going to that penalty box. Well, a few scratches in this afternoon's game, rather. Let me get that clear. Yuskevich, Eklund, Malgunas, and Bowen are not in the lineup for the Flyers. Popovic, Robert, and Wilson will not be suited up for the Canadiens.
They need 82 minutes on the air for interference at 123. Canadiens at 3 for 8 against Philadelphia on the year, but their power play has left a lot to be desired. Well down on the list along with Philadelphia's, but Gary, Flyer penalty killing has been superb of late. 30 of the last 31 they've killed successfully, and during the second half of the year they're killing at 84%.
I think a lot of that has to do with their far more aggressive going after the puck carrier, you know, not letting him establish a good position and a setup. They're just harassing the opposition at every opportunity.
And Conroy and Tippett have been the ringleaders on this penalty killing, and they've done superb work, particularly in California. The Flyers gave up a power play in their first game in California after 9 seconds, and nary a one after that.
Now, Coach Simpson said the team played a lot better in L.A. What he liked about the hockey club, not only the win, but the enthusiasm and the work ethic, that we made fewer mistakes in our own zone. And that's what we have to do now. The important thing is to play on a consistent basis. Well, you don't want to go up and down that roller coaster. This afternoon is the game that you want to win, and keep that consistency going.
Their two best scorers are on the wing. Left side, Brian Bello. Right side, Vincent Damphousse, with Bob DiPietro, the centerman. Defensively, Matt Schneider, defenseman with 15 goals already. Works the puck out of the zone. Flips through against Philadelphia. That's DiPietro. Give and go. Back. No shot, Damphousse. Philadelphia now has Brind'Amour out there along with Fennick, and McGill back with Galley. Straight away, shot, and no screen, and Roussel ate that one up. They look for Schneider out at the left point. Keep it in along the left side. Look out, stuffer attempt. The Flyers close off the alley. That was Galley. Schneider, after he gets it from Odeline. They really keeping the Canadiens out along the perimeter, and they finally make a bad play.
Now that's just good penalty killing, Gene. And you know, when the opportunity for the Canadiens to move in at the net, Galley just closed it off very quickly.
All right, Zettler back now with Racine. The penalty killers tip it again, and Conroy with 14 seconds on the advantage. There's a wraparound. Ed Ronan. Flyers wheel it, but they picked off at the point near side. Shot toward the net by Brisebois. And the Flyers clear that out. And out comes Dineen. And Dineen steals from center ice. He looks, winds up, shoots, and that's smothered. Right up the doorstep. In there is Recchi, and he couldn't get the handle. There's a big check. Flyers keep it in. Lindros looks into this one. Oh, Recchi's got a man in front. Marvelous save as Raw read the play to Dineen and just dove across and blocked off the bottom part of the net. We've got another penalty coming up. And it's going to be against Raw, I believe. But I can't tell you why. We'll be back with a Flyer power play after this.
Get on the board. Watch the setup to Dineen. Let's fly. And Patrick Waugh, what he has done so many times over the years, is just excellent goaltending. And you can see him stick Dineen as he was going around from behind the net. So Patrick Waugh will draw a penalty. The Flyers will go on the power play.
Well, it's no angel. 22 minutes on the air. Penalties even at 1. Comes at 3:50. The Flyers pretty good this year, Gary. 4 for 10 against Montreal on the advantage. Raymond Krall of York, Pennsylvania. Raymond, you're our guest, and if the Flyers score in this power play, you'll hit the jackpot at $25, plus all the other goodies. Brindamore blocks behind the net, taken off by Renberg. They've got Wilkie at one point, and he lost the puck. On the other side, Racine and Lindros back along with Renberg and Brindamore. Flip in and pursue. Snyder's out on the defense. The penalty killer's Mike Keane along with Guy Carbonneau. Now that's a red pass, and now Brunet tries to come out with it. He stopped, but the Flyers lose momentum into the zone. Captain Guy Carbonneau just told their boy Stick Irvin that he's even had to take a breather through this season. Wilkie in. Renberg reads along the offensive left side. Tied up. Oh, and then Lindros ran into Brindamore, and that broke that play up. And back comes Canadiens. Look at the man all alone in front, Keane. But Philadelphia broke that play up. There's 1 minute remaining on the power play. The Flyers have had a little in on Roy.
On a penalty killing way, Canadiens, that is something that they excel in. They're very good at stopping team scoring.
Recchi flying through, gets the turn, centers right back, and Galley wasn't quite ready. Racine to Recchi. Galley, one-timer, save, rebound, score! It's a power play goal, Mark Recchi.
You know, you can never go wrong by getting the puck back to the point and getting the shot through. That time, Galley got it through, and Mark Recchi notches a power play goal, his 9th of the year. But look at the big rebound, and Patrick Waugh could not react and get over to the right side of the net. And even though it looked like Recchi was really off balance on this one, he manages to stuff it home on the backhand. But let's give some points to Kevin Dineen, getting himself in front of the net, causing a disturbance there. This is a better look at it. Look at that. Immediately just let the shot go, and the Flyers have the first goal of the game.
Well, Atlantic Yellow Pages happy to donate another $200 to the Flyers Carnival for that goal by the Lindros line. Remember, you can score as well by using Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. And Raymond Krall, you're the winner. You win all the prizes plus the jackpot. $25, we'll begin a new one. So Philadelphia now 5 for 11 against Montreal on the power play and get the early edge. Well, there's a change. The Flyers up by a goal early in the game.
Now, I asked Recchi about playing center ice. He says he doesn't mind that because when he was in Pittsburgh, you know, he did that on occasion and then took face-offs for Mario Lemieux when he had trouble with his back. He says you have to do much, but with the way Recchi skates, that might not be a bad position for him for a while.
Block at center ice by Benoit Brunet. Philadelphia takes it off, and they give it right back to Carbonneau. Down that left side. Carbonneau waits, and while the hoops are being changed, he gets crunched. And Galley outlets on the near side. Brindamore looks, and he's got 2 men. Lindros on his right gives to Dineen his shot. Smothered by the defenseman Matt Schneider. Lindros in the corner. He's knocked down from behind, and a good check by Guy Carbonneau. And the Canadiens send it all the way down. Shots are even at 4, penalties even at 1, but the Flyers have the game's only goal. Bob Wilkie gains the zone, protects the puck, and gives it away, and it's sent by Patrice Brisebois out through at center ice. 38 seconds remaining on the advantage. Shot! Oh, and a save by Roussel. And Philadelphia tries to come out along the near side. Daigneault is in the penalty box. As up ice comes Philadelphia on another power play. It's Stacey Hone of Northampton, Pennsylvania. They goes to Brindamore. He's there. Pass. And he had a shot, took a pass, went off his skate. In front, shot, score! Brindamore! Another power play goal.
And I'll tell you what, the monkey is off the back of Brindamore. He had gone 12 games without a goal, and what a relief. And it's amazing he didn't have to shoot the puck. All he did was go for the net, but Galley makes a great play here. Pinches in. You notice how Recchi covered up for him. And what's important on this play is Brindamore was going to the net. And so Patrick Waugh again wonders what in the world is going on. Every time I play against Philadelphia, I seem to have some problems. Good start for Philadelphia.
Well, it's been a long time since he's had a goal. McDonald winner against Stacey Hahn of Northampton, Pennsylvania. All right, Recchi gets one assist. Number 15 for Brindamore. To the zone. Cut off, but Damphousse, he's clever with the puck. Use the net as a screen. Stuffer attempt. Score!
That's just a bad goal to give up right there. I mean, how often do we see a guy from behind the net come in there with that stuffer? Now watch Dominic. You really can't tell for this angle if he's got that pad or that skate right against the goal post. But you can't let a guy come right out in front, and maybe your goaltender can use that stick, but you can see the puck is clearly behind the line, so the Canadiens strike back, cut the lead to 1, and Vincent Damphousse, who leads in goals, assists, and points, is the main man for Montreal.
Just 27 seconds between goals. Galley and Recchi on the second Flyer power play goal. Galley and Racine on the first. And Damphousse gets that one from John Leclerc. So we've had 3 goals now in 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Montreal at center ice. They try to weave through. They do. Knock down his Muller in front. Oh, my. We almost had a tie game.
Dean, one thing you have to do is bang guys around when you're in front.
Lindros with a penetration. Beautifully conceived. Look, shoots! And he had Waugh down and missed the net. He had him down and he had him up for dry, but he couldn't hit the net. Now, that's Renberg. Pass, taken and shot, but not out. Flyers keep it in. Brindamore look, shovels it. Galley with a one-timer. And Waugh got the right arm on that one. Flyers trying to work it in. They do. Lindros had it taken away as he wound up for the shot. That by Kurt Muller. Back on the move, left and right goes Petrov, but we get a stoppage of play. 8:31 gone. First period, Flyers by a goal.
Of cycling the puck, and if there's no one to give it to you, hang on to it. You can see that Patrick Waugh's down and out. All Lindros had to do was hit the net, and he would have had one. But the chances are there, and they're making things very difficult for the Canadiens in their own zone. Montreal's having a difficult time containing the Flyers in this first period.
What happened on that second power play on the goal scored by Recchi? In addition to the goal, the referee Kerry Fraser called a cross-check against Recchi, the goal scorer, by Daigneault. So the Flyers began after one power play it ended and began a new one. So the 2 power play goals came a minute and 47 seconds apart. And then the goal 27 seconds later by Damphousse to make it 2-1. Recchi's got a 3-on-1. He's there. Look, pass. Went off his skate. And they jam at it, but Raw was able to get it as the pass to Dineen came late. And then Odeline and Dineen go at it. We get our first bit of temper.
That's a very difficult pass for Kevin Dineen to handle. And Recchi probably would have been better off shooting the puck. But he tried to hit Dineen, who was going for the net. Now, Dineen's only chance, as we look at this again, would have been to use the deflection. But look at the scoring position that Recchi's in. And that's where he normally shoots it from. And Patrick Waugh, because that pass had a lot on it, is able to cover it up. But look at how that puck is moving. So the play was to deflect it. Dineen did get part of it on it, but Waugh covered up.
Right, Dineen, his second penalty of the evening. Late afternoon, he has 84 minutes. That came for roughing. And Lyle Odeline picks up penalty minutes up to 212. for a similar roughing penalty. The Canadiens have 3 of the game's 5 penalties, and Gary, they'll be playing 4 aside, and on the year, that's not been a pleasant combination for Philadelphia. They've been outscored 4-on-4, 5-12.
Now, Kevin Dineen, who gave the Flyers a good effort coming off that Crohn's and being able to play in L.A., picked up 2 assists, and again, his enthusiastic play is again here against the Montreal Canadiens.
Now the Flyers gave up a zone. Conroy finally gets it up the middle, and out there is Tippett. 4-piece. Conroy in along the near side to Racine. Pass. Shot wide. And back now. Conroy on the right. Zettler on the left. Canadiens 3-on-2. For the net. Haller. There's a stopper shot. And had the follow-up play had any kind of chance, that was Danforth. All he could do was shovel, and had he had a shot, that probably would have been home because he was in great position.
Now, when you have Danforth out there, the last thing you want to do is get caught in those 3-on-2 plays. You have to really be disciplined there.
Save. Canadiens have not wanted for offense. We're already 8-8 in shots through half the first period. Philadelphia now with Brind'Amour as Racine finds his centerman down that right side. A little move right past Haller, grabs him, and he's going to go off. He was beaten and grabbed him by the arm.
Well, when you're skating and you make the moves that Brind'Amour made on that play, it forces the defenseman to either grab you or hook you. And again, the referees have been told to really call those restraining fouls. And so number 14, Haller, watch the grab. There it is. He is gone. So the Flyers again will go on the power play, but Gene, the team is really driving for the net on 5 or 6 occasions already in the first period here. They've made things very difficult for Patrick Waugh.
Haller 89 minutes in the air for holding. It's exactly the 10-minute mark. Canadiens with 4 of the game's 6 penalties. Our McDonald's power play payoff contestant from Downingtown, Pennsylvania, John Kissinger. John, if the Flyers score as they have in their previous 2, you'll pick up all the prizes as you will now, plus the jackpot, which stands at $25. Flyers are 6 for 12 against Montreal on the power play. Galley, Lindros now at the point. They've got Recchi along the far side with Brind'Amour in front of this 4-on-3. Shot wide. Remember, each team a man off, and the Canadiens skating 4 against 3. Recchi to Galley. They want to pinch in. Griesbaugh is there along with Carbonneau, and Desjardins. Shot went wide.
You want to feed Lindros. He's the guy with a big shot.
Galley, Lindros, one-timer right on. Boy, the rebound skipped right over the stick of Brind'Amour, who was on the doorstep.
But that's the play right there. It's just hit Lindros in that circle area and then have somebody going for the net.
In 10 seconds, each team gets a man back. Flyers' advantage will go from 4-on-3 to 5-on-4. Dump back to the point, nicely made to Galley. Now each team gets a man back. Recchi fanned on it, rolled it into the near corner. Lindros protects, takes a bump from Matthew Snyder. Flyers have 3 men in the corner. Dineen out with it. Shovels to Lindros in front. Wants to shoot. Oh my, and once again, Rob flat on his face against Lindros, was able to cover the puck.
Now, Patrick Waugh has been a little lucky. I mean, he is a tremendous goaltender. But on 2 occasions against Lindros, he's been on the seat of his pants, and Lindros just wasn't able to get the puck up. Flyers work a 2-on-1 here. And look at the move coming out in front. He's harassed from behind. Now he waits. But just doesn't get the puck underneath the bar. And that's what a goal scorer should be thinking when he sees the goaltender in a prone position. I have to get it up high. Elevate that puck.
Desjardins is there with Keane and Muller. Philadelphia, Recchi at center. They go on the left side with Dineen, right side Fedek, Wilkie, and Racine. They have 51 seconds remaining on the 5-on-4. Recchi gets to draw back. Racine into the near corner. Dineen protects well, really being harassed. Gets it off to Recchi. Recchi looks, chased by Desjardins. Daigneault there as well. 2 men back, and Keane up front with Muller. Good movement by the puck. Shot on, rebound, score! Brent Fedek, his 9th goal in 14 games.
Well, you never get better movement as the Flyers had in this play, and you can see that the fans here are very enthused about what they're seeing. So that's 2 times now the defensemen on the power play have been able to get the puck through to the net. Again, look at the traffic, and Brent Fedek, he's in front. There's nobody around him. Both defensemen were concentrating on Dineen, and Fedek was able to turn around. See that? Look at all the room there's there. There's the rebound, and once a goaltender goes down and makes a save, it's very difficult for him to get in good position. And Fedek just pumps home goal number 18, power play goal, and a 3-1 Flyer lead.
It's a bonanza. Another McDonald's power play playoff contestant winner. Among the other prizes, John Kissinger, you pick up the jackpot of $25. And for the 4th time tonight, we have to start a new jackpot. Recchi, his 3rd point in the 1st period. He had 1 assist. And while we take a breather from the Flyers power play, 3-1 late 1st period. For Flyer hockey, you can upgrade your existing seat to a Flyers club box seat at Spectrum 2. Don't wait maybe another 25 years before you get an opportunity like this knocking at your door. And you don't have to knock at anybody's door. Just dial 215-389-9500.
Now the power play has been at its very best. The Flyers are 3 for 3. They've had 7 shots on net and 5 scoring chances.
Well, the 3 power play goals came 6 minutes and 25 seconds apart. Up at center, Leclerc over the line. Play in front. And out it come. Now we got it. We got Brown and who?
Odeline.
Odeline. Yeah, that was brewing. All the way up ice.
So when a player turns, it's very difficult to... You only make contact with the helmet, but Brown's getting a few in. Now that they are helmetless, Odeline got a good punch in. They don't seem to like each other, do they?
I would not say there's any brotherly love lost among that pair. Well, I'm sure they'll get more from roughing, but it's 3-1 Philadelphia.
The left uppercut that cut Dave. He has had to go to the Flyer dressing room for some repairs. It looks like Flyers will get the extra 2. As whoever drops the stick and glove first is designated to be the instigator.
Well, Brown, if there are 7 minutes to, if he gets 94 minutes on the Odeline with 217, Montreal already with 5 of the game's 9 penalties. We've only played 12 minutes. Well, Brown's gone for the night. We might add that when you pick up an instigation penalty under the current rules, you pick up an additional 5 in a game misconduct. So Dave Brown has gone for the night. So you can add another 10 to that, give Brown 104 minutes on the air, and the penalties even at 5.
See, this is what I could never understand. You have 2 players facing each other, drop their sticks and gloves, and how can you give one an instigation? Now, it'd be different if you grab the guy, pull them in front of you, and then start pummeling them. But when both players are looking at each other, that is hard for me to understand. So Mark Recchi, who has already accumulated for 3 points here in this first period, solidifying his position among the top scorers in the National Hockey League.
Well, how often have the Flyers scored 3 power play goals in a game this year, Gary? They did it here against St. Louis in an 8-5 win. They did it against Hartford here when they won 6-3, and they did it against the Islanders here in a game that they lost. And there goes Odeline to get some repairs. So it's only the 3rd time this year, and they've done it in the game's first 11 minutes. All right, Canadiens, who are back 2-0 and now 3-1, have a chance. Now notice they have Desjardins up on the right side. On the left, Bellows centered by Muller. They've got Matthew Schneider at 1 point. There goes Bellows into the corner. Desjardins, Schneider. The other forward is Damphousse. So in essence, they have 3 defensemen out there. The one to cause trouble in front of the net, Desjardins. Far side. They find Dempoos behind the net. Right out in front. Shovel shot. And Roussel with a fine save, and it's cleared down the ice.
Well, the Canadiens have been most effective when they use the net almost as a screen, just dumping plays in front. Dempoos got a goal and he just set one up from behind the net. But then we've seen Wayne Gretzky have a heyday throughout his career using that net.
Outlet to Al Conroy. He's got a one-on-one against Matt Schneider. Oh, he angled and lost the shot, and will start playing keep away. Then sends it in, and out come the Canadiens. 1:05 left on the power play. High shot, went wide, and kicks all the way down the ice. 6:40 left in a sparkling first period. Philadelphia, 12 shots, 3 goals on the power play. Lead 3-1. That's Patrice Brisebois. Swinging to his left is DiPietro, and that's Gilbert Dion at center ice. And it bears repeating, yes, the younger brother of the great Marcel Dion. Power play, a half-minute left for the Canadiens. They're 0 for 1 on the afternoon, 3 for 9 against Philadelphia. Drop, and a shot, that went wide. And, oh, no, I thought it went wide, but it actually was sucked out of the air by Mr. Roussel.
He's become very famous for that, the quick glove hand. Watch his positioning. That's about the similar place that Mario Lemieux beat him on a shot, but this time Dominic wins the battle. But you can see that he's out in a challenging position. You see the loop there, the crease area. He's in front of that. You know, and even after the game against Anaheim, when Dominic did not have a good game, which the Flyers lost their only game of that 3-game road trip, he was out early the next day, going over the goals, where they were scored from, them, analyzing the mistakes he made, and you take that into your game plan for the next game. Just try to correct those mistakes. And one thing Bernie Perron said, Gene, he's very coachable, always willing to learn and listen and practice harder to correct the mistakes.
Referee Kerry Fraser, Gordy Brosiker, the unhelmeted linesman. The other one on the near side, Pierre Racicot. And the Flyers win it again. They'll wrap it around, and that should enable Lindros to put heat on Brisebois. That's Roy with Gilbert Dion. 10 seconds on the advantage. Up on the far side. And Roussel has it. Looks for Brind'Amour, slaps it, doesn't get it out. Brisebois left side, winding up. Haller, tip, score in front by Mike Keane. And it comes at 14-16, 3 seconds after the power play had expired.
Well, the Flyers had an opportunity of getting it out. It was shot around the boards, and then the positioning, everybody was over to one side. And again, we've seen 3 goals, the result of defensemen getting the puck through from the point position. There's 2 men right there. And so the Canadiens, again, have narrowed the gap to within 1 goal.
Keane from Haller, they may want to give another assist. DiPietro. Now out comes Odeline with a New Jersey, and that was the booing, and he takes his place in the penalty box. So the Flyers' penalty killing did work, but unfortunately it came 3 seconds afterwards. Haller 1 assist, and Brisebois the other. Flyers down that left side. They've led 2-0, and they've led 3-1, and each time the Canadiens came within 1. Out they come. Stick check miss. And there's a play through by Carbonneau. Ronan with a shot, and right on the doorstep was Benoit Brunet, and he had a chance to redirect it home. There's a shot. Save, rebound, another save. And it has not been an easy lead for Philadelphia this first period.
That all started by Guy Carbonneau grabbing a hold of Finley's stick, and that allowed the Canadiens to come out. You know, they're concentrating so much on calling that, and I don't think Kerry Fraser had a good look at it.
4:50 left. Wildman Woolley first period, 3-2 Philadelphia. Up through into the zone. Drop for Renberg. Turn. Looks for support. Finds McGill in the corner. To Brind'Amour, but lost to him and played out by Montreal. Patrice Brisebois with the puck. In. Deep rebound taken by Galley. The Canadiens turn off. Allow the Flyers out of the zone. But a bad pass for Lindros is all the way down. Play continues. Roy sets it up. And away to center ice. Tip through, taken off by Petrov. Ooh, big check thrown over there by Racine. Flyers forechecked aggressively. Canadiens have it. Gilbert Dion loses it. Philadelphia. 4 minutes left first period. Conroy. He's out there with Veronica. It's the first time I've remember Joe being out on the ice.
Joe's first shift. With penalties and everything, power play, he hasn't had a chance to get out there.
Conroy got Boivin out there along with Veronica. There goes a gamble by Racine. Finds Boivin, but he can't control the puck. Gilbert Dion at center. Knocked down on the puck by Bob Zettler. Flyers scrambling it through. 3.5 left in the first period. 3-2. Dump to center ice. Up, there's a break. There's going to be a long shot by Jean Leclerc. Flyers momentum now has been slowed down considerably by the Canadiens since that last power play goal. Big charge up through by former Flyer Daigneault, and he's bumped off. Big wrap around, and Conroy has access to center ice. Recchi with 3 points already, a goal and 2 assists. Fights his way in, can't get past Daigneault, and it's Leclerc taking it off on the dump. Jean Leclerc slips in, and the Canadiens chase. Wilkie over in the near side where there's a lot of traffic, but he gets a good bounce. And Fedek, a goal scorer, up the middle of the ice to Denis. To Recchi, toward the net, tipped right on. Beautifully executed by Fedek, but Raw was there to cover. Now it is Brian Bello down that left side. Wants to turn Recchi in front. Shot, hit the pipe on the short side. That's by the defenseman, Matt Schneider. Uneasy, where lies the head that wears the lead.
I tell you, there's been some great scoring chances by both teams.
DiPietro down that left wing side. Keane is stopped. He has one of the goals. There's a man in front. Whistling shot. Oh, my. This is not an offensive powerhouse, Montreal, but they've had 14 shots on goal already, and many of them have been 10-bellers. Flyers careless on their outlet pass at center with 1:45 left. Flyers opened it up with 2 power play goals in the span of 1:47. Lindros steal. Down that left side. Shoots, and it's tipped wide. There's a hard check. Flyers hurt. Renberg.
Now he slipped and fell into the boards.
I think he's just winded.
Well, let's just hope that's all that's wrong with him. He went to throw a check and stumbled, and Gary Smith is out there just checking to see how he is. You know, sometimes your skates will hit a rut in the ice and just knock you for a loop. But Renberg seems to be all right. But he made collision with the boards and not with the Montreal defenseman.
Stay with us at intermission while you're having dinner. Kenny Adelberger will be along with a host of afternoon games played on this President's Day in the National Hockey League.
Now, today's game is brought to you by Coal-Filtered Miller Genuine Draft. Get out of the old, get into the cold.
Flipped into the zone. Now we've got another little tussle out there.
There's only been 27 shots here in this first period, Gene, so both teams very offensive-minded.
Big battle on the near side. Boivin knocks this man down. Boy, that's a great scrum. Carbonneau, Boivin, and then Desjardins is bumped as it comes out over the line, and Woody Brossiger making a hand pass for it. We get to stop it. Benoit Brunet, Claude Boivin.
Things are starting to heat up. And I think the Flyers, as a team, have been told over and over this year, you have to make contact. You can't back down from anybody. And, of course, Boivin, that's one of the reasons that he's here, is to add toughness to the lineup. Just a little pushing and shoving. Number 22, Brunet, was the recipient of that glove to the midsection.
For Dave Brown, that's his 3rd game misconduct. We'll just have to check back to see if they're all of the same variety. If so, then he'd have to suffer 1-game suspension, which would be that first Islander game on Thursday night. Lindros, Brindamore, and Renberg right back out with 50.3 seconds left first period. By the way, if you'd like to be an honorary Flyer captain, an award from Gillette, Sports Channel, Philadelphia, Prism, and Acme grocery stores, look for the sweepstakes display where Gillette products are sold at all Acme stores. No purchase necessary. Enter now.
Well, the Canadiens are playing their best hockey of the year over the last 10. They're 8-2, which is the best in their conference.
Look at this Carbonneau shot. That's 16 first period shots for the Canadiens, and a good percentage of them have been bell ringers. Carbonneau at center loses to Lindros. To Recchi. Nice little turn. Brindamore's got Lindros in front, but a diving play by Carbonneau broke it up. Flip toward the net. Lindros takes his own carob. Slashed at by Carbonneau. Why no penalty there? And out come the Canadiens. Desjardins down that left side to Haller. Haller's got skating speed. Near side, put to center. Excellent play by Philadelphia's Galley to take him off the puck. Lost glove and a shot just at the whistle. And the buzzer to end a rip-roaring first period in which the Flyers, despite 3 power play goals, were hanging on at the end.
Well, if you like offense and a lot of scoring chances, you certainly had a glimpse of that in the first period, and both goaltenders.
Another bump in the road to where he wants to get, and that's the play for the Flyers someday.
Those hopes, because of his injury, may not become reality until his college career runs full course. Ryan is playing again, playing on a Wolverines team that is so talented, he's reduced to third-line status. In this lineup, though, he can perform in anonymity. That's one of the reasons why he opted to go the college route to prepare for the pros, rather than play junior hockey in the province of Ontario, where the Sittler name can't go unnoticed.
In Ryan's case, because he's the son of a Hall of Fame player who's got a good name or prominent name in Ontario, in that market, junior market, there would have been a lot of pressure, a lot of expectations put on him. And, I mean, you can never go wrong getting an education. I know that it's important to be physically strong and mentally strong when you're ready to come into the league. They should go to the Final Four this year. They were there last year, and they're coaching.
Expect them in Philadelphia, 5 o'clock start. Referee Kerry Frazier, Gordy Brosiker, Pierre Rasico, the linesman.
Well, as Lindros starts the second period, you know, during that road trip, the 3 games, Lindros had 16 shots. That led the team by a long shot. So he's really starting to get his shots on net, and, you know, coaching staff, I think everybody that has conversation with Lindros keeps saying, you've got to shoot the puck more. You've got to shoot the puck more. Well, that's why he has 32 goals. And going into this afternoon's game, Recchi led the club with 160 shots. Lindros was second at 154, having missed 14 games.
To give you an idea of a difference, there are many of the shooters like Hull are already up to 220s and 30s. Lindros, Renberg, Brindamore. Play at center ice. Gilbert Dion loses it. Rink wide. Renberg's going to try to turn in on net. Nice sweep check. Takes it away, but he covers it. Taken back, and Gilbert Dion comes up with Petrov on his right. They crisscross. Give it away into the zone. Galley in there with Dion. Lindros up, bad pass. Give away. Petrov. 3 Canadians behind the net. Galley ties up 1. Petrov digs it out to Dion. Drop pass, but right on the doorstep there was Renberg. Take out his man. Canadians are not supposed to be a big club, but as Gary said, they've done their most effective work from behind the net and in the corners. Shot blocked down in front. Ryan McGill wanted to unhand it, throw it out, missed, and got the second one up to Lindros. Into the zone. Now blind pass, nobody there. And back comes Jean Leclerc. Shot high off the shoulder. Polk score. This game is tied. That was Vincent Dafoe, the second of the afternoon.
Well, you can see that the important thing is to make sure that coverage is there. Instead of swinging for a loose puck, sometimes you have to look around and who the man is coming late. Dafoe made no mistake. It's kind of an unfortunate break for the Flyers because the shot was wide and off the glass, comes right in front. And that's why you always say you interfere with a man when he's coming in your own zone. You know, those restraining, they're being called a lot more now, but you get in front of your check. When you allow him to come in that quickly, sometimes it's very difficult to stop that guy.
There goes Leclerc, who gets one of the assists. Back to the point. Haller's shot Slot. Aller picks it up against the knee. He's harassed from behind. In. Shot wide, although the long side was there. Flyers don't seem to have the answer. LeClaire drive, and Roussel had it, and the rebound back. And right now, the Montreal Canadiens look like the Edmonton Oilers of old. Another rebound in front. And the Flyers appear helpless. Back to the point. Wind up. Drive. And that was tipped wide off the stick of LeClaire.
Now it's those races for the puck that are being won by Montreal, and you know, to put a stop to that, you know, if you lay out the checks against the opposition, start hitting a few of the guys, and they're not so eager to go for the net. As you can see, the Montreal Canadiens are putting on quite an attack. Already 21 shots in this afternoon's game.
5 unanswered in the first 2 minutes of this second period. Keane, a goal scorer on the right. No, correction, that was given instead to DiPietro. Sevigny on the left, and DiPietro, the goal scorer at center ice. Back to the point. Riesbaugh looks, and another shot on goal. 6 unanswered by Canadiens. Tripped up in that far corner. Philadelphia's Brind'Amour, and then one hand pass to Baranek, and the Flyers get it out. Baranek, Brind'Amour, and Conroy. Remember, Dave Brown was given a game heave-ho at 12:13 of the first period. Flyers short a winger. Riesbaugh threw behind Sevigny and all the way down. They're going to call that an icing if the Flyers get there first, but Roussel takes off the icing by covering the puck. Keane into the corner. There's a battle. Keane tries to come out. Conroy then rolls it into the neutral zone. Canadian skating. Keane in. He's got an open man on the near side. Boy, almost picked up, and here comes 2-on-1. Levant with Conroy. Conroy's got to play. Shoot! Score! Oh, my!
I don't think Patrick Waugh was ready for that shot. I think he anticipated the pass, and you can see the Flyers all up on their skates as number 15, Conroy, lets fly with a wrist shot. He got it from his skate, almost lost it. You can see when Patrick Waugh was on his knees, the puck just went under the bar. And Patrick is one of those goaltenders that goes into the butterfly. When he does that, you have to shoot the puck high. Oh, what a good wrist shot.
Well, Conroy's other goal of the year, which came here against Quebec in December, was shorthanded. So that's his first even-strength goal of the season, number 2 overall.
Well, that's always a plus, Gene, when you get a goal from your third line. And that's what Simpson was hoping for, and he got it.
And Clyde Bavin gets the assist, and out come Canadiens down 4-3. Drop pass, shot by Carbonneau is deflected wide. Big check in the near corner. Well, the last time the Canadiens won a game in here, Garrett, they won it 7-6. The last time they played here, they lost 9-2. So there's something offensive about this building when Montreal comes in. Rolled in. Outlets, and they've got a 3-on-2 at center ice. Brunet breaks in on the near side from Schneider. He's cut off. Nice play away from Carbonneau. Here comes Recchi already with a goal and 2 assists. Slides it in, and now Zettler comes on with Brind'Amour, Renberg, and Lindros. Shot in on goaltender Roussel. Drops. Oh, look at this, a giveaway. Turnaround score by Muller. That's Roussel's own fault.
Now, Dominic Roussel had it. He was going to freeze it. He saw one of his players in the open. And so that wasn't the bad play, but the Flyers play giveaway here. Once Dominic Roussel dumps it off. Now, keep an eye on here. Brind'Amour's got it. And immediately there's a checker in there. He tries to pass out in front. Now, again, you know, you can't throw the puck out in your own zone blind. You either dump it in the corner or just hold on to it. So both teams have really struggled defensively, as the score would indicate.
Stolen, shot wide by Renberg. The 2 goals coming 57 seconds apart. So it's the second time after a Flyer goal that the Canadiens come back within a minute in this late afternoon game. Renberg into the slot. Oh, he winds up. Pass. Lindros. Pass to the open side, and nobody was there. You shoot the puck.
Oh, I don't know what.
Oh.
Gotta shoot it.
Yeah, now drop pass. Muller's there. Pass in front. That was smothered by Philadelphia's Rob Zettler. Coming out. Shot high and wide. Shots in this period already 8-1 for Montreal. Lindros. Look, now he shoots and up into the seats, maybe off the stick of the defenseman. 4:46 gone, second period. Wild and Woolley, 4-4 tie.
Corner. But the closer you get into towards the net, the angle is taken away. And Lindros been able to shoot it right away. And Gene, especially the way the goaltenders are today, you know, they're having a lot of difficulty stopping the puck, so you want to shoot every time you can.
Deneen in, pass block. Flyers outshot in this period 8-1, outscored 2-1, game tied at 4. Philadelphia off to that flying start, 2 power off short side shot. That was covered off the stick of Damphus. 2 power play goals in the first 6 minutes, 3 in the first 11, but now we're right back where we started from. The Canadiens haven't been a mystery, Gary. 9-4-4. The Flyers have already scored 17 goals in less than 3 games. Want to enjoy the Philadelphia Inquirer and the Flyers? We'll look for the Fly Guys promotion in the Inquirer every Sunday. Collect points and win fabulous prizes. Score big with the Inquirer and the Flyers.
There's the big cheer because the score at the Olympic hockey game, USA beat Italy 7-1, which puts them in the medal rounds. Or if you want to call it playoffs, they advance anyway.
A couple of people were in that Orlando Gates played, and a coach of the Italian team was Dale McCourt, the guy against whom you played.
Oh yeah, formerly of Toronto.
Canadiens in the slot, wide on by John Leclerc. Boy, the Canadiens have had shots on goal today, 25 and so many bell ringers.
Well, that just goes to show you, Gene, that if your focus isn't defense, you know, and picking up loose men, Canadiens' game is skating, and they skate to get in position, and as soon as the puck is on their stick, they release it right away. So Demers really has his team playing well. I asked him this afternoon, do you ever take your team to a practice after poor play and just practice them for a half an hour and not see any pucks, you know, a lot of stops and starts? He said, I did it once this year. They knew they were going to get it, and they responded by reeling off 6 straight wins. I thought after the Anaheim game, Coach Simpson might try that. But that's 9-1 in shots this period. The chances have been 8-1.
Well, that's all carried on from the second half of the first period when the Canadiens started soaring. We have another score up there. It's a big one. Canada defeating Sweden 3-2 after being upset by Slovakia. And Slovakia beat France, so they'll be in the medal round. There was a funny line today. Says, remember when Olympic hockey was rougher than figure skating? Lindros, oddly enough, with all the Flyer offense today, is yet to score a point. Now Baranek was coming out. They throw him away. Brind'Amour against Carbonneau. Tapped away to the point. Shot, another one on goal, that time by Eric Desjardins. Philadelphia takes it on the near side. And away they come. Rink wide. Lindros had it go off his back. He took it in offside. We played 6:11 in the period. Time to give a reminder that Flyer fans, for over 25 years, you couldn't get a seat downstairs. Or you're going to be able to do and move your existing seats to a Flyer club box seat at the new Spectrum 2. Do it now, maybe another quarter of a century before you have an opportunity like this. Dial them at 215-389-9500 for first level seats.
It's amazing how quickly the season has gone by. This is the time of year when the tough really have to get going. The going gets a lot tougher. Points are hard to come by as a lot of teams fighting for a playoff spot.
Aller and Desjardins. Philadelphia counters with Conroy, Weber, and Baranek at center ice. There's an outlet. That'll be an icing. Racine should make the clear touch up, and does before Ed Ronan. Flyer goal scorers, Recchi, Brind'Amour, Fettig on the power play, and Conroy. Damphus, a pair, Key, Di Pietro, and Muller for Canadiens.
Now Racine has had himself quite a good afternoon. I believe he's had 3 assists so far. You know, one of the things that you always want your defenseman to do on a power play is get that shot through. Well, in this afternoon's game, the point shots have gone through, and 2 of them have resulted in goals.
Patrice Brisebois on Casper Ronick. Muller got the gift goal on the hand up the backhander, which tied the game again at 4. Played by Daniel behind the net. Ronan digs it out. Tied up by Baranek. 7 minutes gone, second period, tied at 4. Flyers trying to win 2 in a row for the first time since mid-January. Conroy just had that even strength goal, gets it up through past Boivin all the way down. And they call that an icing. Shots now officially in the period 11-1 for Canadiens after 7 minutes. The only one by Philadelphia is Conroy's goal.
Well, a couple of transactions. Jim Cummins was sent to Hershey, reassigned there, so he'll spend some time in the American Hockey League. Speaking of goaltenders, we look at Dominic Roussel. Tugnut on a trade from the Mighty Ducks for Stéphane Lebeau. That trade was made today. And Frederick Chabot comes to the Flyers for future considerations. He's been playing in Hershey at the present time. There's Tugnut. And that's something that the Canadiens were looking for, a backup goaltender that can perhaps play 5 to 8 games going down the stretch, because you know that Patrick Waugh is going to play the majority of them and give him a good solid performance. And the Canadiens certainly weren't getting that with Rasico.
Daniel, as the Canadiens win the draw on a wraparound. Galley gets it out, but it's picked off by Lyle Odeline. With Snyder and Odeline, they have Dion out. They flip in. Chased by Keane, along with Muller.
Now, Montreal has really closed up the board area. It's been very difficult for the Flyers to get the puck out of their own zone around the boards.
Oh, up the middle. Muller trying to go in. Nice bump check by Philadelphia's McGill. Well, the Flyers have had all that offense in the first period, have been sore pressed to find the shot on Patrick Waugh. Now up ice to come. Renberg with Brind'Amour in front. Score! Oh, a magnificent play.
Now Brind'Amour does it again. When Lindros waited in the slot, Brind'Amour kept going for the net, and you're going to see this on the replay. And to the credit of Renberg, he saw him streaking, and look at the awkward position Brind'Amour was in, and good eye-hand coordination was still able to deflect it past Patrick Waugh. So the goals keep mounting up. And you can see the Canadiens, they forgot all about Brind'Amour. They left him. He was covered at the blue line.
Brind'Amour is 16th from Renberg, second of the afternoon. It comes at 8:07. Oh, there's a giveaway. Wrap around in front with Dineen on the doorstep. Flyers pick it off again. Flyers get it up. Sass in front, a roll shot. They whack at it. Can't get it home. Canadiens in, shot. Oh, Roussel got that high off the right shoulder from Ryan Bellows, who's a goal scorer. Mr. Dornhofer, do you have a feeling the final score will not be 5-4?
No chance of that.
We'll take a breather. 11:14 left. We're not even halfway there, and it's 5-4 Flyers.
That allows the Bellows on the right side to take a perfect feed. And you can see he didn't waste any motion shooting it and caught Dominic on the shoulder. But when you're astride behind your check, very difficult to pick him up.
All right, we get a stoppage of play. Well, they've added an assist on the Flyers' first goal of this period by Conroy to Joe Baranek, along with Claude Boivin.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be another assist added on the Brind'Amour goal.
That's the 5th game out of his last 6, Gary, that Brind'Amour's had 2 points. And oddly enough, the last time he scored was that game in Quebec when he had 2.
Now, that's such a relief, Gene. I know I went through some slumps in my career.
Faust to Recchi in front. Oh, and there's a mugging of Tippett, and there's going to be a penalty. And that's going against J.J. Daigneault, his second of the evening.
And the reason why players have to take penalty, defensemen, is when forwards are going for the net, they have to take them, and they can't always do it legally. And to the credit of Tippett, he just kept going there, made the defenseman haul him down. But nicely set up by the Flyers. Look at Tippett. There's the takedown. So good job of drawing a penalty. But you only do that when you go towards the net.
While our power play contestant, Katie Searles. McDonald's power play payoff, Philadelphia. We've got $25 jackpot.
Remember, weeks ago, there were times when we wanted to decline penalties.
Yeah.
So now the Flyers are on quite a roll on the power play.
3-4-3 on the afternoon. They are 7 for 13 against Montreal. Brind'Amour. And you know, when that happens, Gary, they just playing with more aplomb. There's a block down. Now the Canadiens try to come out the near side. Double teamed is Brunet. And it's whipped out. Does Galley hold it in? Just did along the right side. And we were kidding. But now Galley with a shot. Right on! And a big check thrown by Schneider to bury. Philadelphian in the crease over Waugh.
Well, for a defenseman, that's your job. If somebody wants to stand there, you have to make them pay the price. And Schneider did exactly that. He put Brind'Amour down with a good hit. But Brind'Amour was doing what you're supposed to do, is get in front of the net. And anytime an unremovable object and an irresistible force come together, something's going to happen.
If you're ever wondering what the record for Philadelphia is in a game 6, they did that twice. Once when you played. Swept that, but no play by Brunet. Carbonneau is there, along with Desjardins and Schneider. Good movement of the puck. Galley fakes the shot, then lost the alley, lost it again, got the puck back. Beautiful play. Lindros wanted to shoot, but waited a little bit too long to pull the trigger. 10 minutes left. Flyers who had so many golden opportunities. Now there's Brind'Amour. Shoots! Up! Score! Oh, and Brind'Amour just got a shot in the back by Waugh. And Waugh should get two, and he started this whole thing. He gave Brind'Amour a shot.
Lindros ever give it to somebody. And here comes Dominic Roussel, the length of the ice. I don't know who's on the receiving end with Lindros, but Lindros got 5 or 6 good ones in. Must be Desjardins.
But after the goal, Waugh precipitated all of this by really slashing Brind'Amour along the back of the legs, and Rod went after him, and then we had all hell break loose.
Well, good for Lindros getting in there. Boy, that's protecting your players, and that was a long time coming.
We'll pick up the action. 6-4 Philadelphia.
You just can't take that crap. I mean, the puck was in the net, the play was over, and Patrick Waugh, who has to be a little frustrated. He's coming in as the second-best goaltender in the National Hockey League with a 2.29 average. And here the Flyers have 6 against him. Decides to use a stick.
And we're only halfway through the game.
And so they're congratulating Patrick Waugh. Well, I think he just stirred up a hornet's nest here.
Yep. Now, Captain Dineen over there with Kirk Muller and Philadelphia's Recchi with the officials. Boy, I tell you, there's nothing like a game like this that can glue a team, huh, my friend?
The way we were. Is that the sign, man? Yeah. Is he back?
He's back.
He's back.
Well, Waugh should get something, because Kerry Fraser was right there. we had another McDonald's winner while we're at it. Boy, it's been a jackpot day. Katie Searles of Philadelphia joins John Kissinger, Stacy Hahn, and Raymond Kroll. All have won jackpots today. 4 for 4 on the power play, and that's all for Patrick Waugh.
Oh, yeah. That's a goal.
Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages is proud to donate $200 every time a member of the Lindros line or the big guy himself scores. And you can score with us by using the Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages.
Well, against the rest of the league, Patrick Waugh is a very good goaltender. And for some reason against the Flyers, 6-12-13, this marks the 14th game he's appeared in. He cannot win. He can lose the game today. And he'll just sit and watch for the rest of the contest as Tugnutt goes in the nets, just obtained in a trade today.
That's amazing. 18 shots and 6 goals against Waugh, 3 out of 5 in this period. And we still don't see anything up on the board now. There's 33 on the board. That's Waugh, so he did pick up. Maybe he got more than that. Maybe he got a game misconduct. But he's got 2 on the board. That was for the obvious slashing. Would be a second penalty.
Is Lindros out of the game? Well, it all started with Patrick Waugh punching Lindros. Oh, look at that shot. Now, how can you be the instigator on that play? Waugh started it out with a punch or a stick to the ankle of Brindamar. He threw a punch at Lindros, and then Lindros came back at him. And it'll be interesting to see if Lindros is out of the game. If he is, it's a brutal call because he certainly wasn't the instigator.
All right, the only thing showing on the board so far is a 2-minute minor to Patrick Waugh, who's already been replaced by Ron Tugnutt.
He might have got a misconduct, but we're waiting for the Lou Nolan to give us some.
Tugnutt, by the way, on his career is 0-3-0 against Philadelphia, Gary, with a 4.40. Still have not received the calls on the penalty.
What's that?
There's going to be a Flyer power play, a 5-on-3, 5-on-4.
But no penalty announcements yet. But Lindros is not in the box, nor is Odeline or Desjardins.
Number 17, Ron Brindamar.
No, that's not right. We'll get that changed.
Number 19, Michael Renberg, along with number 3, Gary Galley.
That'll be
Time,
changed.
10 minutes, 5 seconds. Brindamar scores for the Flyers. The assist, Michael Renberg, Gary Galley.
Yeah,
penalties. For Montreal, number 33, Patrick Waugh, 2 minutes for slashing, 2 minutes for roughing, plus 2 minutes for leaving the crease. Montreal penalty number 28, Eric Desjardins, 5 minutes for fighting, plus a game misconduct.
That's what Lindros got.
Flyers penalty number 8, Eric Lindros, 2 minutes for roughing, plus 5 minutes for fighting.
No.
Penalty number 33, Dominic Roussel, 2 minutes for leaving the crease, 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Now we got a whole bunch there.
Time of the penalties, 10 minutes, 5 seconds. Once again, Patrick Waugh, 2 minutes slashing, 2 minutes roughing, 2 minutes leaving the crease. 28, Eric Desjardins, 5 minutes late.
All right, play is on.
Yeah, play is on. You try and figure it out. Anyway, the Flyers have a power play. Let's start from there.
All right, they're 4 for 4. Can you believe it? McDonald power play payoff. Scott Cheplock of Ben Salem, Pennsylvania. Now Racine gets a return pass. Back to Racine. Boy, they're tigerish out there. You've been hungry to see this all year. There's the play, and it's shot wide, and Deneen, it was there. Oh, my, it was right on the doorstep. That's Roussel. He's going to take a one-timer. Near side to Recchi. Boy, they got the Canadiens hopping. Recchi, look, shot. And that blocked off the skate. Philadelphia jumps on it in the near corner. Deneen rolls it out to the point. Left side pass to Galley. Galley to Recchi, and it was just tipped away at the last second. Canadiens trying to break up, short-handed on the left side. Here comes Odeline along with Keane, and great breakup of the play, and 2-on-1. Recchi along with Fedek. Fedek is there. Shoots, score!
Racine broke up a 2-on-1, and the transition was there and set up a 2-on-1 with Fedek. You have an option, putting across or shooting. Goodness sakes, I'd shoot it. Tugnut hasn't had a shot against him. Let's see if he can stop it. Well, he couldn't. Here's the play by Racine. And immediately he moves it up ice. And Fedek does the rest. So Fedek now has 2, and the Flyers have 7. And Tugnut wishes that Demers wouldn't have looked at him when he was on the bench.
Now Fedek gets the second. He's 19 on the air. Racine 1 assist. We've played a little over half the game. The Flyers have 7 goals, Gary, which gives them 16 in 5 periods of play in this building against Montreal. Into the zone. Look out. Shot, open net, and the Flyers break it up. And we may get a penalty there, as it looked like Finley tossed the net off its mooring. So the 3 Flyer goals come in 3 minutes and 4 seconds. Brind'Amour, Lindros, Fedek.
Was that goal changed to Lindros yet?
I changed it.
You changed it.
But they'll do it, because once they look at it, they see Eric tapped it in.
It was certainly very clear to us and all the people watching TV. Good for Fedek. So a lot of players have had good nights offensively, and old-time hockey is here. You got it, and now it's time to tighten the strings a little bit. Choke the Canadiens. Don't let them cross that blue line. You've got enough to win. Let's see if you can stop that Montreal attack.
All right, Scott Cheplock. Ben Saylor became our 5th McDonald's power play payoff winner of the afternoon and evening. 5 for 5. And as we mentioned, Brent Fedek, 10 goals in his last 13 games. And they've come in all varieties. Into the zone, Renberg. Look at this. Loop around. Loop around. Loop around. Shoot! Hit the pipe! Oh, my! No goal.
What an exhibition by Michael Renberg. He just will not be denied. Simpson said, you know, the guy just plays every single shift. When it's time to come off, he comes off as the shift starts short. He never complains. He just works extremely hard right off the dinger. And that's what he's been doing all year, folks. I mean, he is a blue chipper if you ever saw one. Well, let's just give you a summary of what the Flyers have done in the power play. They're 5 for 5. They've had 6 minutes and 52 seconds of power play time. They've been in Montreal time 5 minutes and 9 seconds. They've registered 10 shots on goal and 8 power play chances. So that's been a very productive afternoon. And we've got a lot of time left, Gene.
The big guy's back. Maybe he got some repairs. But now Kerry Fraser's over at the penalty timekeeper. I don't know what that's all about.
I think Broad is just saying that it wasn't his goal. It was Lindros's goal. He's over there telling him now. I mean, everybody could see that.
And that should eventually wind up to be Lindros from Brind'Amour and Renberg, rather than Brind'Amour from Renberg and Galley. Now Fraser is up here talking. I don't know whether they're going to decide whether that's a replay goal or not, but obviously they're asking.
Well, let's keep an eye on number 88 as Brind'Amour comes in, lets the shot go right through number 33 wall, and you can see very clearly that Guy Carbonneau did not get there in time. Lindros poked it in.
I want to talk to Jimmy Doyle.
Now, you hear that? You heard, I want to talk to Jimmy Doyle, who's the replay judge up here. And they're just to our left. We have intrigue, and I don't know quite what this is about, Gary.
Maybe they thought that the shot by Renberg may have gone in, or did somebody fall on the puck in the crease? So I think those are the two options right now that they're discussing. And neither one of them will prevail. So it'll just be a face-off.
Oh, that was it. They weren't sure whether that went in or not. Boy, if Renberg scores on that, how do you top an afternoon and an evening? Maybe the Flyers ought to play all their games at 5 o'clock.
And it's a different routine, Gene. You know, you don't get as much rest in the afternoon. You have to eat at a different time. But that seems to be the time. We'll take that into consideration next year.
Well, we say they haven't been a hungry hockey club. Maybe you got to play through dinner time. Gilbert Dion cut off by McGill. Round to the near side, Kirk Muller, who scored in this period to tie the game at one juncture. 4-4. Loose puck in front. Backhand shot wide. Muller tries it. It's like a lacrosse game. Up, they whack at it. They score!
Well, the Flyers only have themselves to blame on that play. They had the puck 3 times, and each time they coughed it up. And, you know, sometimes that puck is like a hot potato when it's in their own zone. Now, right there they have it. There's the giveaway. Recchi just got a hold of it and just gave it away into the slot area. And you got to just hang on to that, eat it. Make the Canadiens take the puck away from you. Now the Flyers have definitely demonstrated they can score goals, but the nemesis continue with their play in their own zone on the giveaways.
Well, the Dion family certainly adept at scoring. The older brother, third scorer in history behind Esposito and Gretzky. Number 15, and Muller gets one assist. And Oleg Petrov.
No, they just can't let this one get away. I mean, this is a game that the Flyers have to win. And I think if everybody's a little more determined in their own zone, that's what has to happen.
Redberg turns, falls, 3-on-2. Flyers trying to catch up with it. Is Schneider over the line, drops for Sevigny, and we have an offside. Flyers next game Thursday night, 7:30 on Prism with the Islanders and Ron Hextall, who's pitched consecutive shutouts. Saturday at home against Ottawa and this afternoon against the Capitals.
And the Islanders are one hockey club that are coming on strong now, and Flyers are going to have to be at their very best against that hockey club. And of course, the Montreal Canadiens already have solidified a position in the playoffs. They will be in the playoffs trying to defend their Stanley Cup, which they won last year.
Well, they've already had 7 goals in this period, 4 by Philadelphia. We've had 12 in the game. Big check thrown by Sevigny, but Wilkie unloaded it, and then Conroy has had one of the offensive blitzes for Philadelphia in this period. Philadelphia has led 2-0. They've led 3-1. They've led 4-3. They've led 7-4. Now it's 7-5. Keane in. Banks, Tippett. Behind the net, Sevigny. It springs free, and Jeff Finley should be able to outlet through to Faust. And on the left wing, too far. Taken away by Brisebois. Finley, a nice check there to break up the play. Offside against the Canadiens. And so the Flyers had a free play there. Gary, you know, when the Flyers had their carnival on February 6th, a lot of people didn't get a chance to see it. Well, they can again on Sports Channel Philadelphia on the 27th of February, Sunday night, 6 to 8.
And of course, Gene, on that particular evening, there's a phone call that you can make at 215-389-9494. If you weren't able to contribute the last time, here's an opportunity for you to do this time. And I got to see Steve Coates in that rainwear again.
Oh,
anyway.
in the dunk tank?
The dunk tank.
And they'll meet that handsome new devil on radio, Jim Jackson, with the mustache. That's Sunday night, 6 to 8 on Sports Channel Philadelphia. The Flyers Carnival replay and your chance to contribute to an extraordinary cause. 6:03 left, wild and woolly second period. Wasn't that long ago when I said this score wasn't going to be a 5-4 final, was it? Now 7-5. Shots in the period, Canadiens have had 14, the Flyers 7. 30-20 for Montreal for the game. Oh, they got a break now. Can they catch? Leclerc. Nope. Shot. Rebound. Up in front. Another great save. Give away at the point. Drive by Oderline. That went wide. Flyers are scrambling. Now we got a penalty. And let's see against whom. We got a Montreal power play coming up. 5 minutes left second period. Flyers by 2.
And McGill did that. We're just trying to, it's right in the middle of your screen there as you prevented the Canadiens from going at the net. We have a Montreal power play.
They are 0 for 2 on the evening, 3 for 10 on the season against Philadelphia. But the big story today, the Flyers are a remarkable 5 for 5 on the power play, lead 7-5, 5 minutes left second period. In by Matt Schneider. Near side, That's Muller keeping it in along with them and Bellows. Flyers try to chip it out. They do, and here comes Tippett at center ice. He'll go one-on-one against Daniel Brisebois. Now joined by Conroy with a one-timer. Boys had 2 shots in the afternoon, and both have been hummers. The first one scored.
Tell you what, Tugnutt does not look that sharp either. Keep shooting it at him.
Tie up in the corner. Good check. Falling on the puck far side, but not holding it was Racine. Back to the point. Brisebois. They look on the near side. Side of the net. Stuffer try. And Roussel covered that. 16 second period shots to match the Canadian total of the first.
Well, the Canadiens, they have certainly put on pressure in the Flyer end of the ice. I mean, it seems like every time these two teams meet, a lot of goals are being scored. Not so much the first time, as the Canadiens only got 2. But the Canadiens won a overtime game, 5-4 at the Forum. And here we are, 7-5, 4:22 left in the second period, and another 20 minutes to go.
13 is the most goals scored total by these two teams in any one game that they've played.
Well, you know that's going to be broken.
DiPietro, goal scorer, wins the draw. Haller. Oh, bad pass. The Flyers get a break there. Brind'Amour up front now, along with Tippett. And they've got Jeff Finley back, along with Galley. Finley falls. Centering shot. Boy, that hit a Flyer. Side of the net. Look out. Stuffer attempt. Rolled, and Roussel covered that one, and they got it out.
And Galley actually shot the puck right out of the crease.
Yeah.
Oh. Boy, oh boy.
Fire scrambling. Shot. Oh, and that skipped by without a screen. Haller tied up. Brind'Amour finally will get it and chop it down the ice. 10 seconds on the power play. So the difference in the game, Flyers 5 for 5. The Canadiens going 0 for 3 on the power play. And out of the box right now comes McGill. Play through. Oleg Petrov wants to cut in front. Does. Side of the net, and the net's off the mooring. So had that secondary shot gone in, it would not have counted. Oleg Petrov. My friend, for every save made this afternoon and this evening by a Flyer netminder, there will be a contribution to the Flyers Lives Carnival. Like a goalie protects his net, U.S. Healthcare helps members protect their health.
Well, I can just tell when a goaltender is waiting between the pipes and they see the line rush coming down the ice and your defense are backing in, said, uh-oh, here comes trouble. And I think both or all 3 goaltenders can attest to that this afternoon. It has been a nightmare in the zones.
There's a break, 2-on-1. Dineen with Brind'Amour. Dineen's going to take the shot. Boom! And Tugnutt made a big save.
Now that's Tugnutt's first real good save since he's come in relief role. And Dineen certainly made the right play. Shoot it. Always shoot it. Especially on a day when goals are just going in. Dineen tried to go through that 5-hole. Almost got it through. How much more time?
Racine. All right, when the clock stops next, Lindros will be out with his 7 minutes. Obviously went to the dressing room to get some repairs, but he's getting back with some cotton swab stuck in one of the nostrils. Obviously implies bleeding.
I think that was when Patrick Waugh hit him with a blocker.
Into the corner. Petrov flies, looks to center, taken off by Recchi. Recchi wanted to do it himself. Carbonneau steals. Petrov will get a chance and then fans on the shot, and the Flyers ice it. Tugnutt way out to the left to unload it into center ice. And there's an offside, and now here comes Lindros.
Now, not only did Lindros score a goal, but he certainly put in a few good punches against Desjardins. The fans appreciated his play today, and of the 7 goals, he's only managed 1 assist, so it's been a balanced attack, but Lindros assumed the goal-scoring lead for the Flyers with his 33rd, although I still haven't heard it announced.
I'm sure it will be. Right now in the game, we didn't update you, but there have been 21 penalties in the game, 11 to Montreal. 2 game ejections to Eric Desjardins of Montreal and Philadelphia's Dave Brown. Shot by McGill, and we got a penalty coming up. And that was Damphus, I believe, against Renberg. And that might be a major. That was an ugly penalty.
Right from the face-off, keep an eye on Renberg as the stick comes up high and cross-check right to the mouth. Of course, all the fans get a chance to see it on the big screen they have here. All 17,000 of them.
2 minutes for slashing. Time 17 minutes 42 seconds.
Must be scary now every time they announce another power play coming up against Canadians.
Well, Flyers are 5 for 5. That's incomparable. Damphus 65 minutes on the air with a 20-second penalty called by Kerry Fraser, and it comes at 17:42. A new contestant, Norm Abrams of Newark, Delaware. You have already won the minor prizes, the yearbook and the like, and if the Flyers score, you'll hit the jackpot of $25. 17:42. Flyers were 3 for 3 in the first. They are 2 for 2 so far in the second. And they're gunning to tie their all-time record for power play goals in a game. They've done it twice in their history. Racine down that near side. Flying play by Brindamore. Right past the man who's hooked just enough to take him off the puck. And here they come 2-on-1. Oh my! Down that left side, Damphus shoots! And it's kicked away. Make that Schneider was the play. Now Renberg back. Lindros over the line. Shot! That was by Bob Wilkie. Back to Racine. They set up in the corner. Muller is up front along with Keane, and they've got Schneider back along with Lyle Odeline. Racine, one-timer. That was tipped over the net by Renberg. You know, it's a pretty good defensive club, and the Flyers have absolutely had them hypnotized on the power play. There's a shot blocked out of the zone. 1:10 left in the period. 52 seconds on the power play. And what do we have here? We got a slash. It looks like it's going to be Brindamore and Odeline. Or maybe just Brindamore.
Well, there's the two-hander and the slash. It's 3-1 in Odeline's favor, and Odeline gets the only call. I guess you can get away with it the first time, but when you do it right in front of the official. So Odeline will go to the dressing room, and the penalty parade continues.
Well, they each got it. Odeline's fourth penalty of the afternoon, the 13th for Canadiens, comes at 18:51. They'll still play 5 against 4 out there. Brindamore on the air now ups his penalty minute total to 50 with the Flyers' 11th penalty. Seven to 5 Philadelphia. There goes Dineen. Check. Fights off the check. Into the side of the net. Fedek, who's out there and has had 2 goals this afternoon, he's hit. Canadiens take it off. And they'll load it down the ice with 44 seconds left in the period. Wilkie. Recchi and 3 points all in the first period. 29 seconds left. Off to Galley. To Wilkie. Wilkie's check to Galley. Now he'll get a blast from there to Recchi, and it was right there and it hopped over his stick. He'll not get the rebound, and out comes Montreal with 18 seconds left in the period. Benoit Brunet gives it away, and now the Flyers got a chance back the other way. It is Dineen, but loses the puck, and a shot out the center. 8 seconds left. The Flyers are going to have to carry the play into the third period. But what a period it's been as the power play is over. And so is the period. Flyers get 4 and the Canadiens 3 in Philadelphia. Up their lead by 1 to 7-5.
Well, we're going to hold on to our hats because this one isn't over by a long shot. But the good news for the Flyers is they have 2 more than the Montreal Canadiens and have been absolutely dynamite on the power play. So between this period, that was the Lindros goal.
Canadians give up about 2.5 goals a game.
I'm sorry, it was a 6th Flyer goal.
Yeah.
But it was the last goal that that the Flyers scored, and then the departure of Patrick Waugh.
Yeah, 2.5 goals a game they've given up, and Philadelphia now has ripped them for 16 goals in this building, 20 in the year in just 8 periods of play. All right, Brind'Amour, that's the correct. Remember, we said at 10:05 they'd eventually give Lindros his 33rd from Brind'Amour and Renberg, and that's the way it is. In the penalty box, we still have Odeline and Brind'Amour finishing out their 2 minutes for slashing. Here comes Galley. Oh, falling down was Gordy Brosiker calling down on. Come on, Gordy, stand up.
I know, I lost the edge of my skate.
You know, that's one thing the referees and linesmen, they can't pound the stick on the ice like bad stick.
Oh, there he goes. Collided with Renberg. But you know, when a player screws up a pass or a shot, he immediately looks at the blade of the stick. There's got to be something out of place there.
What do you look at your whistle? Gordy, by the way, was in the Houston Astros system, and you might be able to help me. He played in Denver with Sundberg, remember the fine catcher with the Astros? Then decided to give that up, and now makes his home in Richmond, Virginia. Galley sends it in, and out of the rink on the carom. Philadelphia home Thursday with the Island, at the Island next Friday, and a week from tonight they'll be at the Garden against the Big Bad Rangers.
Well, the Canadiens were on quite a roll in the last 10 games. I had mentioned they were 8-2. They had scored 43 goals, only allowed 25, and of the 10 games, on 7 of those, they allowed the opposition 3 or less goals. Well, the dam sprung a leak today, didn't it?
Well, I tell you, 16 goals for Philadelphia in 5 periods of play in this building against Montreal. Up through in the neutral zone. Deneen. Oh, and it went off the tip of Tugnut's glove. I will venture to say it will not be a 7-6 final. Canadians down that left wing. Oh, I'll tell you, I give Kevin Haller a lot of credit. He was hammered, just bent a little bit, got right back into the play.
I think he made a bad decision. He should have stopped.
Fedek, oh, look, Tugnut here. Where is it? It's there.
Well, if the Flyers are watching Tugnut operate right now, they must be saying to themselves, every time we get the puck over the blue line, we're going to shoot it. One of the best hits, in fact, the best hit, good timing by McGill, as number 14 for the Montreal Canadiens. Haller took one for the team. You know, when you're going down the wing, Gene, you can make a decision. You can go straight ahead, see if you can avoid the check, or stop. I think he made the wrong decision on that one. He should have stopped it.
When you come to the bench and a guy pats you on the shoulder and says, way to take one for the team, do you smile or look at him like, what are you, nuts?
You're probably hurting. That's as good as it gets. That was good timing by McGill.
Well, Brind'Amour, 2 goals, 2 assists. There's a shot, and that trickled away from Tugnut. Every shot on Mr. Tugnut has been an adventure. Renberg. Oh, look at this. Razzle-dazzle, and that one was blocked. Canadians break 3 on 2. Right side pass, beautifully poke-checked away by Zettler from Brian Bellows. Brind'Amour into the zone, drops a pass, nobody there, and they try to play out at center, and then Lindros is back, loses it, down that left wing side. Big check thrown on John LeClaire. Kicks to the near side. Up, look out, in front. And Roussel doing a Scotch and dance back to the point. Shot. Boy, that hit a flyer, and he's grimacing Brind'Amour. He'll go to the bench. LeClaire's sister is in attendance today. She teaches at a nearby New Jersey high school called Cherokee in Medford. Actually, it's in Marlton, New Jersey. The family, of course, comes from Vermont, where he went to college. Outlet through at center ice. Guavin, who had the assist on the Conroy goal in the second period that gave Philadelphia a short-lived 4-3 lead. Here comes Montreal.
Now see, that time Boivin stayed deep in the slot when the Canadiens broke out. You know, he was able to come back.
Shot block. Good pickup on the play by Baranek. Did not allow Keene a follow-up. And Conroy flips in. Philadelphia now brings out Recchi. Check into the corner. Recchi is in front. Oh, and they couldn't get him the pass, or it came late from Conroy. And Helder Skelter, DiPietro, goal scorer. Into the middle, they had a man in front, Keene. Pass picked off by Galley. Takes out his man along the far side, Sevigny. And the Flyers get it to Denis. He's hit. Chops at the Canadian and rolls the puck to center ice. 3 minutes gone, third period. It remains 7-5 Philadelphia. That should be an ice. 3:22 gone, scoreless third. Flyers in major one with the Islanders next Tuesday. The Dallas Stars for their one trip. And Thursday, March 10th, Ottawa, and tickets are only a Ticketmaster away call at 215-336-2000. Back to Finley. Look, shot. That went wide. Patrick Waugh, now it comes out to Benoit Brunet down that left wing side, but he's all by himself. Taken out nicely by Finley. There's Carbonneau in. He and Recchi are jousting just off the play. Canadians work a third man in there, and they get the puck. Namphus, who has 2 goals. They rotate with Carbonneau. Back to Namphus behind the net. Nice play in there by Philadelphia's Jeff Finley to finally stop Namphus and get it out.
Finley sat out quite a while. He played in the LA game and really had himself a good game.
At center, boom. Wilkie is knocked down, but there is Recchi back where he belongs to clear it out. 4 minutes gone, third period. Gary facetiously said when we broke, 3 minutes gone and no goals. Now they've got a break. There he is. That's trouble. Shot. Hit the post on the long side by Benoit Brunet. Follow-up shot. Roussel grabs that one. Drops off for Wilkie. Well, that's tit for tat on the one Renberg had in the second period that clanged off the upright. Through at center. Schneider works his way on in. Turns. Muller in front. They scramble. Look out. Shot by Dion. And Flyers get it out of harm's way.
Yeah, again, it's the coverage in the Flyers' end of the ice that presents all the problems.
Petrov. Stop. Tries again. They'll regroup at their own line. Fly low the line. Has the pass blocked. Flyers through into the zone. Renberg tries to find Recchi, and it's broken up, and back comes Montreal. Schneider finds Odeline at center ice. Drop pass. Petrov is knocked off, and here comes Recchi along with Deneen, and now Galley jumps into the play. Deneen whistles one on every shot on Tugnut, seems to handcuff him. Odeline at center. Shoots. High save. And Brindamore wanted to get it out. Blocked. Side of the net. Now Galley gets tied up, wants to kick it, gets it out to the far side, and Denis finds Brindamore up the middle. Down it goes. 6 minutes gone, third period, 7-5 Philadelphia. Look at that, razzle dazzle right through Baranek, shot, score.
Well, this has not been a game for goaltenders, and that's a save that Dominic Roussel has to make. And again, nobody touches number 43, Brisebois, and he just keeps right on going, decides to shoot, and the puck ends up in the net. Watch all the skating room. Everybody backing in, backing in, backing in. And that may have hit Finley and deflected in, but, you know, you talk about challenging players before the blue line, and when the shot is taken, it's taken at the top of the circle. So where is that challenge? And you can only do that if forwards are coming back.
Well, Brisebois not known for his goal-scoring prowess, just the second of the year, and it comes unassisted. So the Canadians are back within one. And now the Flyers' 3-goal lead is gone now. There's a steal in front. Look at that. Raw was flat out. They got the puck. Conroy trying to find Baranek, who had an open net and couldn't get it out through Tugnut. Yeah, Waugh has long since departed. And it goes. Boivin out. along with Baranek and now Renberg. Zettler at center ice. Canadiens have been chasing Philadelphia all afternoon, down 2-0, 3-1, 4-3, 7-4, now 7-6. We get a stoppage of play. Early third period, Flyers by the Bears, 7-6. Prism Sports.
And a lot of youngsters at the Spectrum today wearing the insignia of the Flyers.
Round behind the net. Shots in the third period. 2 for Montreal, a game total of 38. Philadelphia is up its total, 227 with 4, but on the cash register, 7-6 Flyers. Faust is out, along with Tippett and Recchi. Dave Brown was ousted at 12-minute mark of the first period, a game misconduct. And the Canadiens lost Eric Desjardins in the second period on a similar such call. Galley now there with Racine. And up front, Renberg with Lindros and Brind'Amour. Brind'Amour, right side. Stops, looks, and decides to hang on. Lindros out. Oh, he's got a turn in front. Shoot! Score!
And the goals keep mounting, don't they? Fans love it. Tugnot's not thrilled. Brind'Amour makes an excellent play behind the net, and Lindros has 2. Just, you see the strength he has, and he just wards off players and lets the shot go. I think that hit a Montreal stick and went in the net. So the goaltenders are not enjoying this game whatsoever. But Brind'Amour just waits and waits, hangs on to it, and that's why he's so good having him on the line. I mean, he just does not give the puck away that many times. And you just let the big guy handle the puck, and the rest is history.
Number 34.
How many points is that for Brind'Amour today?
Well, 2 goals, and that's his second assist, so I've got 4. And Racine picked up another. That's his 4th assist, and I think that's his career high in the NHL. In it goes. Poitier. Again, Brind'Amour, Lindros, and Renberg have been just overpowering. Into Recchi, one of the drop backs, taken off by Haller. Passes to himself, then gives it away to the near side to Fedek. Fedek holds off his man, wants to come out in front. Beautiful play. Galley with a shot. And Recchi was cutting across in front. Failed to redirect.
That's the smart play by Recchi.
Yeah.
Just get it in deep if there's nobody to pass it to.
8-6. Yeah, you've seen the highest scoring Flyer Canadian game in the 27-year history between these two. 14 goals. I know that's not earth-shattering, but worth mentioning. Big rugby scrum on the far side. The Flyers come out with it. Fedek with 2, Lindros with 2, Brind'Amour with 2, Conroy and Recchi for Philadelphia, the 8 goals. Down the right side, there's a step by Petrov. Shoots short side, and picked up by the Soviet player. Russian now, if you will. Nice play by Finley to keep it away. Then Brind'Amour outlets it, and it comes out. Nope, they said onside play. Petrov looks, shot to the open side. Never got the rebound home or the shot on net by Daniel Gilbert. Brind'Amour tucks it in.
A very short shift for the Lindros line, but that's the way you should do it. When you're tired, you come off, you're no good if you can't keep up in the play. And even if the shift is only 35, 40 seconds, do your job, have the fresh guys come out in the ice.
Well, Gary, by the oddity of hockey scoring, Patrick Waugh was taken off the hook with that goal by Brisebois, because when he left, the Flyers had 6. And we're going to get a penalty. It looks like Dion's going to get it. And then, let's see. Flyers have the goaltender. Now the call will be made. Now he's going to look to see how badly he's hurt. We'll pick up the score, 8-6 Philadelphia.
ski jumping. Oh, the recliner. Come on. Hey, how about both?
Miller Lite presents Recliner Ski Jump.
No way.
Boy, Johnson's ready. He's been training for this for years, Bob. Watch this layback. Brought to you by Miller Lite. If you can combine great taste with less filling, you can combine anything. He's got the record and the light. Let's share.
This is what the Canadiens were waiting, you know, for the Flyers to get a little zealous in their power play and leave an opening, and they did right here as Matthew Schneider elected to shoot the puck. He was going for the 5-hole, and Dominic Roussel closed it up. So when the Flyers needed a big save, they got it from Dominic right at that particular juncture of the game.
You're asking if they do meet again? Yes, my friend. Saturday, March the 12th, these teams play in Montreal. Remember, the Canadiens are a member of the Northeast Division, and members of the Atlantic Division, in which the Flyers play the other division 4 times, 2 home and 2 away. Don't forget, at the end of the game, Ken Adelberger will have highlights, and there are a ton of them. You might be here till midnight. An out-of-town scoreboard and a whole lot of things going on, time permitting. Well, we said in the dressing room and in the press room before the game that this would be a long one today because Kerry Frazier was refereeing.
He didn't disappoint us, did he?
No, it was intimating that it would be because of the number of penalty calls. No one predicted 8-6. Conroy looking into the slot, and Fanning was back, and it was picked up in the breadbasket of a Canadian lying on the ice. That's J.J. Daigneault, #1 pick so long ago by the Vancouver Canucks, then the Philadelphia, then the Montreal organization, where he was given up for lost. And he's their best plus-minus, I think, at 16.
That's right, Gene. I was just looking at that. 17, actually, and I don't know what has transpired in today's game. Of course, when you're in a penalty-killing situation and you're on the ice, it does not count as a minus. And since the Flyers scored 5 of 8 that way, a lot of Canadians are not going to get hurt by that.
Knight, Moronic gets the puck back. Winding up Galley off to McGill. Up, he loses it. And here comes Keane at center ice. Surrounded by a lot of humanity, and McGill breaks it up, and here comes Moronic back. Conroy and Moronic over the line. Wanted to pass to Conroy, lost it on the forehand, and out comes Montreal in this helter-skelter. Last 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Flyers in possession of a 2-goal lead. And Moronic up through at center, looks for Bovin. Brought into the zone and wraps it down in deep. Knocked down by Conroy, centers. Flyers try to keep it in and do. Moronic into the corner. That's Oleg Petrov. Into center ice, trying to get past Andre Faust. Well, I'll tell you, the next 2 Flyer games are immense. Islanders here Thursday, Islanders there Friday. And the Islanders, for them, it's do or die because they'll still trail Philadelphia after this one if the Flyers hang on by 6. And if they win both, they're within 2, and they've been hot of late.
Well, if you're going to get hot, Gene, this is the time to do it. The last third of the year.
Play at center.
Sorry, just bottle up that area.
Drop pass. Side of the net. Look out. Open man in front. Petrov wanted to shoot and waited too long, and finally Ibrahim stopped the hearts fluttering here. Got it out of trouble. Corner. A play in front. Saved by Roussel and got it out. After 36 shots in the first 2 periods, the Canadiens have only had 4 in this third. Brindamore in. Shot on Tutnut. Boy, the Lindros goal at 7:57 after the Canadiens had gotten within 1 for about the 3rd or 4th time this afternoon and this evening is huge. Behind the net. Flyers pick it off. Roll out of the trouble, but then Gilbert Dion in front. Turning, trying to get the shot. Getting it finally. Score on a tip.
Don't go away. There's still a lot of hockey left as the goals continue to mount. And now we have 15. And again, anytime you shoot the puck, especially today, when the goaltenders have just not been able to stop it and everything seems to go the right way, but that definitely changed direction, and we're just going to have to pick up who it was. And you can see that Dominic was going one way to stop the shot where it was headed for, and on the deflection it changed direction, and the Canadiens are within one. I believe it's Leclerc, number 17.
Well, that's his second of the game. Second point of the game. 13. Bellows will get one assist. He was the one generating the shot. And Gilbert Dion. Now the Flyers' margin for error is down to 0.
It's very scary now when you're, every time a player crosses over the blue line, you wonder, well, are we going to face off at center ice again? Now we'll see what kind of grit the Flyers have with the last 2 minutes and 46 just to hang on to your check.
Here we go. Referee Kerry Fraser, linesman Cody Brassiker, Pierre Racicot. So Patrick Roy, who was embarrassed today, gave up 6 in less than just about 30 minutes, is off the hook. And this is a win or lose game now for Tugnut. Look at that in there. Shot. Whoa, and that fooled was dealt for a moment.
Another change in direction, the puck.
And up the middle to Lindros. In alongside Tugnut. Out of that corner, they get it back to Galley. Galley looks, shot, and that hits the skate near side of Lindros. He'll go back to Galley. Mass of humanity. His drive, and it trickled wide through the screen of Renberg. Canadiens wanted to get it out, knocked down. McGill keeps it, but he gives it away into the slot. And here comes Daigneault at center ice. Shovels it down that left wing side. Bellows gets in. There's a play to the net. Rolls in on top of the Flyer goal, and Lindros got it out.
I'm telling you. You just shake here. That's how close the Canadiens came to tying this. Nightmare on Broad Street. I guess that's the way to describe this game.
Well, Tugnut came east from the west where it's supposed to be wide open, loosey-goosey hockey, and here they're supposed to play hard-nosed, backing, like checking hockey. So what did I get myself into?
Well, I know if you ask both coaches, well, what did you think? It depends on the winning coach. If you allowed 7 and you won, thank goodness it's over. We'll take the 2 points. Let's get ready for the next one. There's Simpson looking on. He only has to endure 1 minute and 46 more seconds of this one.
Recchi against Muller. Every play now, when the Flyers had a 3-goal lead at 7-4. With 6 minutes left in the second period, but since then, Canadiens have outscored the Flyers 3-1. That one goal by Lindros now is the margin. Good check. Play in front. Knocked down behind. Flyers peel it up and will get it out. Fedek going after it along. Oh, nice check in there. It appeared as if Benoit Brunet pulled down. What are they going to call that against Fedek?
They're going to call that against Fedek.
Now the Canadiens with a power play.
Now watch Fedek. He grabs hold of the sweater, and that's a good call. I mean, it's just not a good, intelligent play by Fedek. I mean, the last thing you want to do, you've got the lead, is get a penalty like that when the puck is going the offensive zone. And the referee has to call it. I mean, that's the type of penalties that they've been instructed to call, and it definitely was there. So now the Flyer penalty killing unit, who has been very good this afternoon's game, are called upon it to do it one more time. Never bigger than right now.
Well, they've killed 3 for 3. They've now killed 33 of the last 34, but you can bet the Canadiens, with the opportunity, will pull the goalkeeper and go 6-on-4 with a chance to tie.
That's right.
McGill, Galley, Tippett, Conroy. Damphus with 2 goals. Bello on the right. We've got Haller back on defense, and with the puck now, Matthew Schneider in, and there's pursuit. Halfway out on the near side is Tugnut. Now he's going all the way. Bellows. Now we got a stoppage and a penalty against Muller.
The interference call. And that's an enormous break for the Flyers as Muller objected to the call. And again, that's the restraining call. And he made it perfectly clear to talking to the assistant coaches before the game that the calls are going to be there. See the interference right there? And again, not a very good play by Kurt Muller.
18 penalties in the game, 16 to Montreal. Muller at 76 minutes on the air, and what that does, two things. Gets the puck out of the Flyer zone and takes away the power play.
But I think if both players had an opportunity of seeing the calls against them, you know, they can't complain about them. They were two good calls by referee Kerry Fraser.
All right, Leclerc against Tippett. Flyers have it. McGill, drag timeout. Back near side to playing keep away. There's a pass at center ice. Canadians have it there. Damphousse. They'll get a chance. They'll pull the goalkeeper and go forward. There's a giveaway at center ice, and the Canadians have to dump it back with a minute left. 8-7. A hair-raising afternoon and evening for Flyer fans. Haller at the line. Dumps it in. The goaltender is out, and the Flyers hammered into the neutral zone. They're attacking 5-on-4. Damphousse gets the line down that left swing line, gives it away, and the Flyers as it wheels around to the near side. Haller will turn, trying to get it into the corner. It rolls behind the net. Big check thrown in there, trying to get it out of that corner. Canadians wheeling. That's Leclerc. Cross ice pass. Picked up by Brian Bellows. Back behind the net. Now on the near side, Lindros has a chance to shovel it out and does all the way down. It'll be onside for Conroy. He'll take off the icing. And he's bumped from behind with 14 seconds left. Marvelous play by Conroy and by Lindros. There's a steal. Lindros in there with Conroy. Behind the net, the Flyers are going to steal this one. In front, there's a play. This one is in the soup, my friend. It is all over. It wasn't pretty and it wasn't easy, but the Flyers win back-to-back games, the final 8-7.
Now you just breathe a sigh of relief. You give up 7, but you still win. The goaltenders, they want to forget about this, but what's important if you're a team player is you win the game. And Dominic Roussel will tell you that. Hey, we won. That's what's important. El Conroy made an excellent play in the offensive zone, just kept it there. And so a much-needed victory by the Flyers, and they have now won 3 out of 4 games. And they got 2 big ones coming up this week against the Islanders. So we're going to be back after this message and have a look at the Meridian hit of the game and other things before we...
What now?
New York Islanders, Ron Hextall. His record against the Flyers, 4 wins, 2 losses, and a 3.34 average, appearing in his 48th game. Dominic Roussel gets the start for the Flyers. Tommy Soderstrom is now in Hershey. He has not won a game against the New York Islanders, 2 losses, 5.50 average. And Gene, you don't need any pep talks for this one tonight.
I would think not, or at least you would expect not. Darius Kasparaitis is there on the defense with Malakhov. They go Turgeon at center ice. Steve Thomas on one side, Derek King on the other. Now they move Marty McGinnis on that left side as Philadelphia goes with Renberg, Brindamore, and Lindros. And has that line been red hot since put together 4 games ago? Turgeon, as quickly as that happens, is a line change as they get out Travis Green, number 39. He'll probably be Eric Lindros' shadow all evening because of his size. Kasparaitis finds McGinnis and away to Green. Coming out along with Brad Delgarno. There's a lost stick by McGill, but Philadelphia no jeopardy, and out it's played to Lindros. Against Kasparaitis, takes him out enough to lose the puck, and it's taken in offside.
Not appearing in tonight's contest, Dmitry Yushkevich. He has the groin pull. Ramage just numbers. A hernia operation for Eklund yesterday. Dave Brown suspended. Malgunas and Bowen are both skating right now. just a matter of getting back in shape. And you can see the Islanders that are not playing in tonight's contest.
Dave Brown picked up 3 game misconduct for instigation, and you get 3, and it's a game suspension. And that's this one tonight. He'll be eligible tomorrow. Dineen on the right. Fedek, who's had a hot second half, is on the left with Recchi. Green remains out with Delgarno and McGinnis. Zettler on the near side. That's Racine sending it in. Wrap around, kept in at the point by Zettler. That's Dineen. Taken away. In front from Recchi, trying to find Dineen. A blade length away. Delgarno and Fedek on that far side wrap up. And Racine covers at center ice. Into the zone, Recchi. Toward the net, off the skate of Kasparaitis. In front all alone. Shot! Oh, my. There was Fedek with his 20th goal and missed the net. And then it becomes a moot point on the wraparound with the net off the mooring.
Now, that's the part that is very discouraging for a player that has a good scoring attempt. The goaltender jams the net. It goes off the moorings. Fedek has a good opportunity. And the play is whistled down. Now, it wasn't Hextall that dislodged it. It was Kasparaitis. But what a golden opportunity for Brent Fedek. That would have been a good chance to try a little shift, get Hextall to move. He elected to try and elevate that shot underneath the bar and shot it wide.
Lindros along with Renberg, Brind'Amour, Galley, and McGill. Turgeon.
And it looks like Simpson wants the matchup, power against power.
Shot toward the net, tipped wide. Up, Lindros taken down, and then knocked down, and it's going to be a penalty against Hextall. Not unfamiliar. He now has 34 minutes on the year.
Well, we know Hextall's style, very competitive. And anybody that stands around that crease will pay the penalty. And so the first power play opportunity goes to the Flyers. Quite a scrum there. And you can see Lindros diving for that loose puck. And the Flyers have been excellent by the power play. And they will put that to use here in the first period.
121. Flyers this year are 4 for 17 against the Isle, but they're coming off that explosive 5 for 7 against Montreal on Monday night. Our McDonald power play payoff contestant, William Palmer, Percy, Pennsylvania. William, you've already won the minor prizes, and if you are on tap when the Flyers score in this power play, you win the McDonald's jackpot, standing at $75. The Islanders, 20th in the league in killing penalties.
And 25th on the road. And I guess if you're ever going to take advantage of a situation, this is it.
Careless play, Philadelphia. Lindros, who seems souped up tonight. Keith Acton out there. And away to Brind'Amour. He's got man down that right side. Lindros in front to Brind'Amour. Rolls a weak shot in on net. Not much chance for that one to go home. The Islanders don't clear. Lindros to the far side. There's Dennis Vasky, was able to control the center ice. Vladimir Malakhov, big Soviet player who turned out to be a surprise last year at both ends of the ice. Racine, and here comes Recchi. Out along with Fedek and Dineen, and Racine is on with Galley. We have an offside Philadelphia.
Now, one thing about Rod Brind'Amour, even though he was going through that stretch of not scoring any goals, still very competitive, played hard in the corners, which is so very important. But boy, has the line ever done a job. 13 goals, 30 points in the last 4 games. So even though Brind'Amour not that familiar or doesn't really relish the idea of playing the left side, you can't complain because the goals and assists are coming.
Wings are reversed. Dineen was on the left, Fedek on the right, but all academic as Malakhov is able to ice. 2.5 gone first period, no score. Flyers have the only shot on goal, 50 seconds on the advantage. Racine, dump and chase. Kasparaitis, but doesn't get it out. Fedek to Recchi. Nice screen off there by Fedek to allow it to go to the point. And then a dump wide by Galley. 3 Flyers behind the net. Nowhere to go with the puck if they find it. Kasparaitis tied up. right out into the slot to Benoit Hogue. Hogue doesn't get it out. Flyers have 20 seconds on the advantage. Big check thrown by Malakoff against Fedek, allowing Recchi to break it up and then misses the point man on the near side, Racine. 10 seconds on the power play. Galley in, drop pass, tapped out by Travis Green, who just came off the bench, and that'll do it. As out of the box right now, Tom Turgeon make that Thomas, who served the penalty for Hextall. So, first chance of the evening, and the Islanders are equal. Steve Thomas down that right wing side. Turgeon, who worked effectively from back there. Stick held. Works it away from Galley. Look out, stuffer. And had Thomas been a step closer, he might have had a rebound try. Turgeon, centering pass. Roussel blocked. Stoppage of play. Early first period. There's no score.
Line.
Arbor thought he'd use 4 because of the back-to-back games. Lindros at center. Zeppler. Pass block. Up. That's a gamble by Lindros.